Hey everybody, welcome. We have a community chat that we're going to watch today from NetherRealm Studios. The announcement trailer just went up yesterday for Mortal Kombat 1. And now Ed Boon and another guy, oh man, I'm blanking on his name, is going to speak to us today. So let's check it out. I think the other guy's name is Tyler.
The choice is
Yeah,
yours.
I think that's his name.
Whether to live in quiet serenity.
Like last year, not last year, it was just back in 2019, oh my god. Back in 2019 when Mortal Kombat 11 was coming out and like they were, you know, hyping it up, doing the combat casts and putting out characters left and right. I remember that was such an exciting time for me, right? 2019, I was going through a breakup. I was really sad for a long time. And like a highlight of my life in my senior year of college, and I was like uber stressed out, uber sad all the time, was the combat casts. Like I would watch the combat casts, excited to see who they would announce next. Now, I was sad that they didn't announce my favorite character, Takeda, but that's okay. That's okay. We have another chance at redemption here. Another chance. All right, I'm so excited to see this. I suppose our first combat cast, maybe. Hopefully, hope they do that. Bring that back.
All right, welcome everyone.
There they are.
To this short stream. You just saw the trailer again, and I am here with Mr. Ed Boon to discuss Mortal Kombat 1.
Great to see everyone. I can't tell you how much we've been chomping at the bit to tell you about this game. We've been holding on to so much information that this is really kind of the beginning of a very dense campaign where we will be giving you all the information you want to know about Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
And I guess we're just kicking things off right here.
And we just saw the trailer. What is your favorite part of the trailer? First time I saw it, goosebumps. What really got you?
My favorite part of the trailer is the fact that it's kind of like a different format than before. Normally we're really telling, you know, the intense fight ending with a fatality. And this one is a lot more story focused. It's giving you an idea of all the characters in their new relationships, their new reality.
Oh yeah.
You see a lot of origin stuff of how characters became to be. That's going to be a really cool part of our story. So that the trailer is really kind of establishing that. But at the very end, the end of the day, this is a Mortal Kombat game, and so we really wanted it to end with a bang, and that is the reason why the ending is as kind of brutal as it is. There's fatalities, of course, because it is Mortal Kombat, but I love this new kind of story presentation that we're giving.
Very
really,
interesting.
It starts serene and then it kind of it goes crazy.
Character origin
that way.
focus is really interesting.
So a good question then. Why did we decide to go with Mortal Kombat 1?
Mortal Kombat 1, like I said, this is really at the beginning of a universe in a sense. And it is not a continuation of the Mortal Kombat 11 story. So Luke, you know, again, the characters have completely different roles in this new timeline. And we really wanted to kind of punctuate that and really emphasize that with our title. So this is Mortal Kombat 1. It is a brand new beginning. You're going to be seeing, like I said, these characters reintroduced in their new roles, new relationships with each other. And that's the main catalyst for calling it Mortal Kombat 1.
And so we got, you know, Liu Kang being a big part of this game, obviously. Talk a little bit about the cover.
Yeah. You know, Scorpion and Sub-Zero have always been, you know, the poster child of Mortal Kombat. You know, they're the most recognizable characters.
Sub-Zero has been in every Mortal Kombat game.
Because this is Liu Kang's universe, we really wanted to mix things up. The color scheme in our key art is different. Liu Kang, you know, this is the first time we've really kind of featured him up in front. And
is it?
So again, this is all about a whole new Mortal Kombat, and I do think that Liu Kang is a great face to put up front to just kind of really, again, punctuate that this is a
I feel like Liu Kang's been the protagonist quite a bit. I don't know if that's a revolutionary thing.
Here's a little bit, kind of go to our fans and our very, very talented fans. Can you talk a little about the collective?
Yeah, the collective is coming back. That's always been, for me, one of my favorite parts about our campaigns is just seeing the unbelievably creative approaches that artists from all over the world,
Wow.
all different kinds of art, have their expression of the Mortal Kombat characters.
Oh, that's sick.
Is,
That's sick.
Is so inspiring for everybody in our studio. From
Wow.
cakes, paintings to anime. It just it's so many different styles.
Oh, those
To
nails
me,
are
that's,
sick.
Again, one of my favorite parts of
I love fan art. I'm a
And
huge
over the
fan
years,
of fan
we've-
art.
when it first started, it was a lot of just art. But now we've moved on to, like you're talking, baking, shoes,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's
so
super
cool.
cool. So keep an eye out for that. Big question we get all the time. Will there be a collector's edition?
Yes, there will be a collector's edition. That's another fun part of it, and it's by Course, which is the company that made the Mortal Kombat X Scorpion Corpse, and so we're excited about that because they have such a distinct style, and their version of Liu Kang with dragons is going to be cool. There's going to be a video that's following this.
Yeah,
That's sick, yeah.
In the show, we're going to show a video of the behind-the-scenes creation of that special edition.
Oh shit!
Really special, yeah.
This was just
We're gonna
gonna
get some
be a short
hints
stream
at
to
new
start.
characters?
Just want to let people know. I mean, it's coming up. The game is it's this year.
That's so crazy.
Like I said, it is
September.
a dense, a lot of information coming at you.
Exactly. There's a lot of stuff.
So you want to give me a character now?
Revealing
Dámelo.
our new gameplay mechanic, the new game modes, the new look of the game, of course the story, and it's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
Which is probably going to come towards the
One way
end.
we'll be able to give you a lot of information. We've been getting tweets about the Kombat Cast will return.
That's right. To me, I've always been a huge fan of the Kombat Cast just because it really gives.
I love the
more
Kombat
connection
Casts.
with our
Oh
audience.
god.
Tyler taking questions and just keeping
Yep.
everybody up to speed with what's going on. Always showing.
Such a
peeks
huge fan of the
game and
Kombat
all that.
Casts.
So that's one of my favorite parts of this too.
And put you on the spot here. Can I get you as a guest on one of the shows?
No,
Fuck.
I'll be on. I'll be on at some point. Unless if this doesn't count, then we'll definitely know. Yeah.
It can, but we'll talk.
Yeah.
Awesome. So super excited. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We talked today earlier, and once the trailers and stuff and the teasers start going out, the excitement just starts building, especially in this building.
Yeah.
And that's exciting for all of us.
Yeah, and again, we've been working on this game, I think, longer than any Mortal Kombat game, and
That's interesting.
It's gonna show. You're gonna be excited to see.
Watch, it's the full, it's going to be like Armageddon.
To tell you about.
It's
Full
absolutely
cast.
beautiful. Can't wait. Please stick around because right up now we're going to show you the behind the scenes with Course on the Mortal Kombat 1 Collector's Edition. We will see you soon.
Yep.
Okay. I wonder if we're going to get any hints at other characters here. Interesting. Dragons. Wow. The 3D printing. Wow. They make this for every single case. For every single collector's edition case, they make this. That looks like an espresso machine. He does look really cool. He does look really cool. By Course. Wow, the detailing on his arm is really sick. I've said this previously in the past. I am not really like a huge I'm not really huge into figurines and figures and stuff. Like I think I have. Do I have any? I think I have like one, but it doesn't really count. It's like a little pop thing that someone gave me as a gift. But it's neat. It's cool. September 14. Oh, right off the bat it's coming out. Wow. Huh. Oh my god, that was it. It was a really short stream. Okay, cool. So we learned a lot. I was taking a little bit of notes. A focus on character origins is really interesting to me. I think that will inform a lot of our predictions and a lot of our speculations as to who might be coming back. I think that could potentially negate some of the newer folk, right? So I'm thinking guys from X onward, right? I think maybe the Kombat kids might have a hard time getting back into this. So I don't know. I think that from what I've heard, Cassie and Jackie had become really popular. Takeda is also really popular. Maybe they could, but I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for Takeda. I really like Takeda. He's my husband. But I think character origins is interesting, and they're going to go back to looking for what do you call it? They're going towards some of the older characters as well. So characters with interesting backstories, we have to be mindful of that, which I'll be doing in my character predictions in a second. Beginning of a universe is also interesting. So there's a ton of possibilities in this. I can foresee like almost a multiverse kind of ordeal where what if Sonya Blade was the leader of the Black Dragon clan in this universe? You know what I mean? Butterfly effect gone haywire. Like imagine that. Like just this multiverse of possibilities. So that could be interesting. What if Shao Kahn was good? What if Shang Tsung in this is good? You know what I mean? What if he's the good guy? We kind of like teased that a little bit in the 11 DLC. So I don't know. Universe of possibility. Because he said new roles. And to me, that is very interesting. New roles. So I don't know what that could mean. In my brain, the first thing I thought of when he said that, though, was Raiden. Raiden being a human again, also being young. He looks younger than Kung Lao in the trailer. So watch out for that. And then new game modes. I'm excited to see what that is. I was talking to a couple of my friends last night, and I was saying that, they added friendships in 11, right? I think they added, babalities in 9. I don't know if they added anything in X. I'm blanking on that right now. But it'd be cool if they added animalities. I don't know. The animalities with Liu Kang's dragons, you know what I mean? Scorpion, you know how it is. Anyway, that was a cool kickoff to their campaign. I will be following this to the best of my abilities. I'm super excited, and I'll probably add the character wish list that I have along to this video because it was so short. So just watch out for that. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Love ya. So, as I have been saying, we are switching gears to this. Monty's character wish lists and predictions. I have something prepared for us. Look at me. A prepared streamer. So, I had the option of whether or not I wanted to just use a tier list thing, but I wanted to put it on the program that I use for our lore boards. So, Mortal Kombat 1 just got announced yesterday. Official trailer came out yesterday, and it was very cool. I posted a reaction to it on my YouTube channel, so check that out. But now we get to create wish lists and who we think is gonna come. You know what I mean? It'll be great. So here are our categories, right? So we have confirmed. We have definitely gonna be in the game. We have maybe they're gonna be in the game. We're gonna have No Way Jose. They're not coming in here at all. And then just a separate separate categories of I want and never show me again. So these are the characters that I think are just don't bring them back. It's okay. So So for confirmed, we have quite a few from the trailer, okay? So we have Liu Kang. He's like the main guy. And if you watch today's Kombat cast, it's not technically a Kombat cast, but if you watch today's community chat with Ed Boon and, oh god, I forgot his name again. The other guy, they were talking about how Liu Kang is going to be like the poster boy for this game. Other people that we saw in it were Raiden, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kitana, and Melina. Is that Melina? Yeah. So these are our confirmed characters so far. So something interesting that they said during the combat chat was that they are going to be exploring new roles for each character, right? So I took like a post-it note worth of notes. So they were going to focus on character origins. So I think that characters with interesting origins are going to definitely be prioritized in this game. So that'll be interesting to see. And they also talked about it being a beginning of a new universe, right? If you followed MK1's storyline, you know that Liu Kang got the power of time and he was able to rewrite everything. And so now they have, you know, a blank canvas for them to work with. So they specifically said new roles. And so I think there's going to be new roles for Raiden, because we saw a younger version of him in the trailer. And oh, there's two more actually. Two more as well. Shang Tsung and Kung Lao were also confirmed. So I think we're going to get new roles for them. I think we're also going to get a new role for Shang Tsung. I think it's possible that we get a good guy Shang Tsung, like a true good guy Shang Tsung, instead of like the, you know, the betrayer like he was in the DLC. I think that'll be interesting to see. It looked like we have Empress Kitana back, and it looked like she had a decent relationship with her sister now, so that'll be interesting to explore. These two are going to be interesting to explore as well, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And yeah. So we have, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters confirmed now. So now it's time for the speculation. This game being called Mortal Kombat 1, I believe, makes it so that these guys, I think, are all but confirmed. I think everyone who was in the first Mortal Kombat game is definitely going to be in it. So I think Goro's going to be in it. I think Johnny Cage is going to be in it. Kano is a maybe, but Kano is also, I think, is also one of the characters that's been in every game, so I don't think they're going to break that. I think Reptile's coming back. I think Sonya Blade is coming back, even though she also died. But, you know, new timeline. I can see Liu Kang saving her. Also, it makes me wonder, is anyone going to remember the old timeline? Or is it just going to be Liu Kang? Okay. Out of these characters, right? So these are the characters introduced in Mortal Kombat 2. I think we're done with Shao Kahn, so I don't think he's coming back. Kintaro would be cool. But I think that they're probably going to go with Goro. Baraka is a maybe, I think. He was really huge in 11. Jade, I think they're not going to put her in. I think they're not. Here, I'm going to add another column, right? There's a No Way Jose, maybe. And let's add... probably not. Right? Oh, good mediation point. So, I think Jade's probably not. I think Baraka's probably not. Jax is a staple. I think Jax is coming back. Smoke is a maybe. Smoke is a maybe. We didn't have him in X, or we didn't have him in X, and we didn't have him in 11. So I think there's a very good chance of him coming back. All right. Characters introduced in Mortal Kombat 3. Let's go. Okay. The robots is very interesting. I think that the robots have a really good chance of coming back as well. Cyrax especially. So I think Cyrax has a good chance. I think Noob Saibot has a good chance. Honestly, I think his story is kind of done, but he's such a fan favorite. Actually, I'm gonna move Noob. I think he's a probably not. Same with Cabal. Motaro, no way. I was telling my friends this last night. There's no way they bring back Motaro. I think it's a challenge. I think it'd be cool, maybe like as a sub boss, but I don't think that they could make him a good playable character. Let's see. Nightwolf? I think there's a really good shot for Nightwolf to come back. A really good shot. Okay. Shiva is a no for me. I don't think Shiva is gonna come back. Sindel, probably not. Concerning, because she is part of Kitana's origin story, and Ed Boon was really emphasizing origin stories, there's a good chance she'll come back. And in this timeline, I don't know, would they... I could see the human versions of Sector and Cyrax making a return. I could see that. I don't think Striker's coming back. Probably not. But I'm putting him in probably not because we also haven't seen him since cutscenes in X and in 9. So probably not. Ermac, I think, is coming back. Definitely. I also have a bit of a bias because he was my main in 9. So yeah. Chameleon is a maybe, I think. I think there's a good shot of him being a DLC character. My friend told me that they were considering Chameleon, I think, for 9. But, you know, bringing him in, I think would be cool. Rain is... No. I don't think Rain's coming back. Okay. So, now we're getting into the 3D era, right? So, here. Let's look at what we have so far. So, we've gotten through the 2D era. Confirmed characters. Definitely characters, maybe characters, probably not, and no way Jose. So let's see. These guys, I already forget what their names are. This is Meat. I know that. I know Meat. I don't think Meat's coming back. I think we're past the era of Meat. We are. Tanya would be interesting. I just don't think that she's interesting enough. So she's going into the No Way Jose. She's not coming back. These guys, I have to look up what their names are. What are their names? Hold on. I was referencing a list yesterday. Jarek. About Jarek. I think he was in the comics, right? Armageddon X. Jarek is mentioned in an intro between Kano and Jax in Mortal Kombat X. Jarek, along with Kiro, were considered as NPCs in Mortal Kombat X, but the idea changed. First debuting as a playable character in Mortal Kombat 4, Jarek was depicted as the brutish and short-tempered second-in-command of the Black Dragon clan. In the games, he initially utilized special moves and fatalities popularized by Kano, a trait later explained by stating that Jarek was once a student of his. Jarek's lack of originality caused him to be labeled a somewhat uninspired character by the Mortal Kombat fanbase. Okay. it'd be interesting to bring him back. I honestly think that the era that we need to focus on the most is the 3D era. I feel like that is the era that is so underutilized. And I think enough years has gone by now that I think we can get some redemption now, right? So Jarek, probably not, but I wouldn't discount it. Kai made his debut in Mortal Kombat 4 as a nimble and agile African-American fighter. Like Liu Kang, he is a Shaolin monk and skilled martial artist with the ability to use fire in battle. Comic books? I don't think they've used this guy at all in the new timeline. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him back in some way, but I think he's probably not. Probably not. Like I said, emphasis on origins, so probably no Jarek. Quan Chi, I think, is a solid maybe, okay? Hear me out. Okay. I have a soft spot for Quan Chi. I think he's such a cool villain, and I think he's one of the more memorable villains, especially because he was all the way in Mortal Kombat versus DC. He made his cameos there. He was in 9. He was in X. They referenced him a lot in what's it called? 11, and also because he's part of Scorpion's origin story, so I think there's a massive chance that he'll be back. In fact, I'm gonna bump him up to definitely. I think Quan Chi is coming back because of that. And actually, you know what, I would say Sindel would also be indefinitely. I think she has a good she kind of like lives in this region. I think she has a potential to just become like a cameo though, so yeah. Shinnok, I think we're done with. I think he can live in the No Way Jose. And then the other guy, I never played the 3D games, so I think it's worth just like reading and seeing what their connection is to other people. Okay. Reiko, so many ads are just popping up. Reiko is a grim and stoic looking man with a penchant for brutality. He was originally introduced in a typical ninja archetype in Mortal Kombat 4. Reiko has also several similarities to Shao Kahn and has developed a desire to become the ruler of Outworld, which I think is kind of taken over by Kotal. So there might be a chance that he's not in it. He appears in the background of the Pit 2 stage fighting Dagon, Frost, Kenshi, Serena. Interesting. So in the cutscene before the battle between Cabal and Cyber Sub-Zero, in the latter POV, one of the pictures is that of Reiko. Okay. I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think so. I think he's probably going to end up in the same role. They're probably going to bring back the Pit, and then he's probably going to be fighting in the background against Blaze. That's probably what's going to happen again. All right. Deadly Alliance. Boraicho has a potential to become another cameo, but I don't think they're gonna make him a playable character again. So put him in the No Way Jose. Blaze, same deal. Cameo character probably. Don't think they're gonna put him in. Frost. No, I don't think they're gonna bring back Frost. I think there's some people that didn't like her, and so, or like the general consensus is they didn't like how she was made in 11, so I don't think they're going to use her again. So, nope. Kenshi has a really, really good shot. I know they kind of killed him in 11, but once again, retconned everything. So I think Kenshi has a good shot of coming back. I'd put him actually at maybe. Good shot. Not sure shot. Okay. Let's see. I think her name's Serena. Mocap? No. I don't think Mocap's coming back. So put him there. Thank you, Mocap, but no thank you. All right, let's read on these other guys. Draman. Like, I know of these characters, I just don't know their stories and stuff. Okay. Draman made his debut in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as one of 2 Oni, demons of the 5th plane of the Netherrealm. He wields an iron club mounted on his right arm, has a sword lodged into his left shoulder, and wears a mask, which is an artifact called the Face of Kun Lo. Wearing it allows him to control his rage and fight with a disciplined Netherrealm style. Removing it causes him to go into Oni style, where he loses his focus and attacks with murderous insanity. Draman was not always a demon, as centuries ago he was a cruel human warlord of Outworld. For his crimes, he died and was exiled to the Netherrealm, where his body and soul were to be tortured for all eternity. As years dragged on, he fell further and further into insanity until his humanity was lost altogether. He eventually accepted his fate and submitted to the power of the Netherrealm, re-emerging from the depths of the Netherrealm as Draman, the Oni Tormentor. Interesting. Were you mentioned anywhere else? Armageddon. Draman is one of the few characters to fight with bare feet. Oh, definitely then. Definitely. If this was made by Dan Schneider, definitely, he'd be in it. In Mortal Kombat 11, Geras has a customization for his knuckle dusters, which heavily resembles Draman's club. That's interesting. Maybe. I think there's a good shot. He definitely looks unique. His story's sounds pretty unique. So maybe, but probably not. Suhao. I don't think this guy's coming back. Suhao is an evil, deceptive Mongolian grappler member of the Red Dragon clan. He infiltrated the special forces with the sole purpose of destroying them after he had aided them in destroying the Black Dragon crime clan. The longtime rivals of the Red Dragon made up former members of the Red Dragon. Instead of a heart, Suhao has a pulsating cybernetic implant that also enhances his strength. He follows orders from his superior, Mavado, with unquestioning obedience. Nice! You're definitely not going to be in this game. So go ahead and chill there. Li Mei. About Li Mei. Li Mei debuted in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as an Outworld warrior. Please, there's so many ads. Whose village was enslaved by Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. Her people were forced to build a temple from which the Deadly Alliance would summon the Soulnado. She attempted to win her village's freedom in a tournament hosted by Shang Tsung, but was betrayed. Her soul was subsequently stolen and placed in one of the Dragon King Onaga's soldiers. Interesting. Boraito saved her soul and trained her so that she would join the forces of light in the final battle of Armageddon. Although she was killed in that battle by Hotaru's Naginata, Li Mei was brought back to life, along with all the other warriors who perished by Raiden's resetting of the timeline. She made a brief appearance in the story mode of Mortal Kombat X, wherein Li Mei and her fellow villagers sought sanctuary in Earthrealm to escape the civil war raging between Kotal Khan and Molina. It was she who informed the special forces of Kano's return to Earthrealm, and Raiden of Molina's use of the Amulet of Shinnok. That's interesting. I think she has the potential to just live in that realm again, though. I don't think that they'd make her a playable character, but I think she's a cool character for, like, you know, longtime fans to go, oh my god, there she is. So, no, I don't think so. Moloch. Oh my god, look at this guy. Three-Eyed Moloch is a massive, lumbering Oni, originally from the Netherrealm, carrying a massive chained orb, who made his debut in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as a non-playable character, excluding third-party devices. However, in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Moloch is a readily playable character in the game. He has typical mini-boss abilities such as great strength, devastating moves, and a few weak spots to exploit for the typically more nimble but weaker opponents. In Deadly Alliance, Moloch is the sub-boss before both Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, and he has no fatality. In Armageddon, Moloch is shown to be a bit smaller or rather less bulky than he was in Deadly Alliance. Also, it is worth noting that he was not carrying his trademark mystical orb, aka Giant Ball of Death. Despite the chain still being wrapped around his arm. Originally, it was believed this would mean the orb would be his weapon fighting style in the game, but it's since been shown he only has one fighting style, leaving the mystery of why the orb is missing somewhat unanswered. However, the orb does appear in his hand during some of his special moves and his versus screen picture. Okay. Let's see. Is he in any of the other ones? Moloch makes a cameo appearance in X during one of Quan Chi's intros in which he is holding Moloch's severed head. I remember that. Moloch makes a cameo appearance in Mortal Kombat 11 on the Goro lair stage where his corpse along with his signature orb are seated left of Goro's own corpse. However, this may be more of a reference to Moloch rather than a cameo as there are numerous Oni bodies and chain balls scattered around. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised, but I really highly doubt it. Wouldn't be surprised, but I really highly doubt that they'd bring him back. So, I would say he lives in the probably not region, but I think they could do something cool with him. Right? Okay. Onaga I do know of, and I think he actually has a good shot. I don't think he'd be a playable character, but I think he'd be a great boss. He's not been in the games for a long time, but he's definitely like a very interesting boss. So I would say maybe. Onaga has a good shot. Serena? Let's see. Serena is a demon who made her first... who made her first appearance in Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero as a non-playable boss character. She was first playable in Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition for the Game Boy Advance, and later in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. She is from the Netherrealm and was an assassin for Quan Chi, but turned against him. Her young and beautiful appearance hides her true form of a hideous demon. In the past, she required Quan Chi's magic to sustain her human form. But since recently escaping the Netherrealm, she has managed to find a way to remain beautiful without him. She is now a force of good with an alliance to Sub-Zero and the new Lin Kuei. However, she remains wary of her natural demonic nature. 11. She appears in Cabal's Tower ending as his apparent wife in his ideal timeline. They have fathered 2 sons and live an immensely wealthy life, having obtained a dog, an enormous mansion, a helicopter, a battleship, a tank, an army truck, and an expensive sports car. Good for Serena. I would say probably not, but because she's been hinted at, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. God, the way that the wiki just keeps putting ads in and like shifting where I am is so wacky. Okay, Nitara. Nitara is a vampire who, much like Shang Tsung, has to prey on the life of others in order to remain alive, except that she requires blood rather than souls or life energy. Rather than being evil, Nitara is depicted as being rather self-serving and morally neutral. She has a distinctly gothic appearance and has long been on a quest to separate her own realm from Outworld. I think she has the potential to become a cameo. So she'll live in our probably not. Our No Way Jose. Strong chance. En mi opinion, Mavado. Okay. Introduced in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mavado in many respects embodies the underworld antipode of Kano, whereas Kano seems to rely mainly on scare tactics and brute force. Mavado relies on discipline and superior intelligence to fight. In battle, he uses a pair of signature grappling hooks to augment his attacks, allowing him to propel himself quickly around the arena. Mavado is a leading figure, second only to Dagon within the Red Dragon, which the games reveal to be an ancient criminal organization whose existence is known only to its members, and whose most prominent rivals are the Black Dragon, an offshoot of the Red Dragon, which was later led by Kano, but is now reformed under the leadership of Cabal. Mavado is depicted as a vicious, pitiless, and cruel crime lord. Interesting. Are you in anything else, sir? It doesn't look like it. So, I think he has actually a decent shot, surprisingly. I think he is either going to be base playable, or I think he's going to be DLC, but I think it's going to be one or the other. So, Mavado, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Nice. So, that's all of the ones introduced in Deadly Alliance. So here is what we have so far. Definitely. Maybe. Probably not. And No Way Jose. Shujinko. Okay. So actually, I don't know any of these characters. I've heard of quite a few of them. I just don't know them. But Shujinko, I heard, is a very disliked character, but I think he has the potential to be, like, referenced. But probably not. No Way Jose. Like, mentioned, but I don't think they'd bring him back. So Shujinko's going there. I think Havoc actually has a really good shot, though. I think Havoc has a really good shot of making it in. So maybe. Okay, let's read on the others. Ashra. Despite having the appearance of an elegant, old-fashioned, attractive young woman, Ashra is actually a demon from the Netherrealm. She dresses completely in white and appears as a tall, mysterious woman, a blend between aristocracy and innocence. Ashra made her first appearance in Deception within the Mortal Kombat series. She is something of a standalone character, jumping back and forth between the forces of good and evil. Her occupation is that of a demon hunter. Ashra's weapon of choice is her Kris, which is believed to have been blessed or is of a heavenly origin. Her hat appears as a collector trade in the crypt. Okay, so I think Ashra, Miss Ashra, has a good shot of being in, but probably not. If that makes sense. Like, if she could live in this region between maybe and probably not, she'd be there. Kind of like where Sindel is between maybe and definitely. But she's not integral to the story, but I think she'd be cool. I think she has the potential to be DLC. Potential to be DLC. Dairo. Dairo? Dairo was supposed to appear in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, but he didn't make the final cut. He is former Satan guard who was imprisoned for killing the man who murdered his family. After escaping prison, Dairo went rogue and decided to work as a mercenary. He takes assignments where he can find them, whether they are noble or not. And he's not been mentioned since. And I don't think he's interesting enough for that. So, no. No Way Jose. Sorry, Dairo. Darius. I am Darius. I look forward to resisting arrest. Huh. Originating from the realm of order, Darius is an ambitious and unscrupulous man whose intricate schemes further his own ambitions. To his followers, as well as the patriots of Sado, he is a revolutionary and a visionary. To his foes and other people, he is a terrorist. He is most known for the massive riots he starts in Order Realm. Interesting. And he has been mentioned since. I think, honestly, if we get into the Order Realm, if at any point someone from that era, like that area, that realm is mentioned, Darius has a massive chance of becoming part of it. So I would say probably not, but maybe. Havoc. I already kind of mentioned Havoc, but I think it'd be cool to read about him. About Havoc. Hailing from the Chaos realm, Havoc is a cleric of chaos and an anarchist, neither good nor evil. His ambitions are only to spread discord, and he will ally himself with those who seek to further his ends, regardless of their goals. He is known to be a frequent troublemaker in Sado, and is heralded as a hero by the populace of the Chaos Realm, where he has formed an alliance with the revolutionary Darius. He opposes the Dragon King Onaga, who rules by the Order, and he rivals Hotaru, the Seidan Guardsman. Interesting. So, I do think Havoc has a really good shot of being in, because he was like a requested fighter. I remember that, seeing the chats and stuff during the Kombat casts. People were speculating him a lot during DLC speculations too, so I think Havoc has a good shot. So he's in the maybe section. Hotaru. God, he looks really cool. The name in Japanese for firefly. This is reflected in his outfit, which has the appearance of an insect's exoskeleton. He even has red flags attached to the back of his armor, representing the wings of a firefly. His special attacks evoke a firefly's glow and power of flight. Hotaru is a general from the realm of Sado, the realm of order, and devotes himself to preserving law and order at any cost, to the point that he can be considered a fanatical zealot. Hotaru is more of a lawful type of neutral, equivalent to his opposite pole Havoc, who spreads discord and chaos. Because he preserves law and order and harshly punishes those who dare break it, but he is not above preserving it to a higher authority, such as the Dragon King Onaga. I think he has a good shot. If Havoc has a good shot, I think Hotaru has a good shot. Kira. I've heard of her. Kira made her debut in Mortal Kombat Deception as the first of Cabal's recruits for the new Black Dragon. She is an anarchist, has a courageous personality, and her background depicts her as having the ability to take great risks. She possesses a rationality and level-headedness that contrasts her fellow recruit, the hot-blooded Cobra. In-game, Kira uses special moves. Okay. Were you mentioned since? In one of the older patches for the Mortal Kombat 2011, Kira was seen chained in Khan's arena, and Scarlet's place in her alternate costume. Kira is mentioned in Mortal Kombat X during one of the pre-fight dialogues between Kung Lao and Kano. I think she actually has a good shot. I do. I think she'd be a cool DLC character. She'd be like a Tanya, like announcement. All right, Cobra Kai. Cobra could be described as Mortal Kombat's stock Street Fighter brawler. Infamous for his brutality and savage killings, Cobra shows no mercy to his opponents. Introduced in Mortal Kombat Deception as the second of Cabal's recruits for the new anarchist-oriented Black Dragon clan. He's a gifted young martial artist eager to put his skills to the test. In Mortal Kombat X, an interaction between Kano and Aaron Black reveals that Aaron killed Cobra at some point before the events of the game. Interesting. Don't think so. I don't think he's making it. I think it's going to be like that again. Okay, last of this list is Monster. Immediately, I'm already saying no. Yeah, nope. Just looking at him, nope. Don't even want to read his wiki. Just saying nope. Cobra does look like Ken. I just don't think that he has the, I don't know, I just don't think he has the fan base to be included in it. I don't know. I think there's like better choices too. All right, so a lot of them ended up in the maybes to No Way Jose's. So here's what we have. Maybes that we just added are Havoc, Mavado, Onaga, this guy, and Kira. Here's our probably nots. And then No Way Jose's. Let me take another sip of water. Okay, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I think these guys have a good shot. Either main story or DLC. I think they have a good shot. The two brothers, Dagon and Taven. Yeah, decent. I think it's a decent shot. I don't think it'll be both, but I think it'd be a decent. All right, so now I don't need to look at the thing. I do know these characters. So, Cyber Sub-Zero and Scarlet. Cyber Sub-Zero, I don't think so. Scarlet, probably not. Probably not. I never heard anything bad about her, but probably not. All right, here we go. Kombat Kids, Mortal Kombat X. Let's see. So, number 1, Devora. I don't think she's making it back in. I think we've run the course on Devora. To be honest, I think she's gotten her kills in. She killed Scorpion, she killed Melina. She's killing all our favorite characters. I think we're probably done with Devora. Cassie Cage is a probably. She's just in the direction that they're going with the Combat Kids. I think she's probably going to be in it. Oh, hello. Aaron Black has a good shot of being in it, I would say. He's also a fan favorite, and I think that'll probably just keep that. I think that will be what keeps him in. Ferrator, nope, don't think so. Jackie has a good shot of being in as well. Same with Kung Jin and Takeda. Now, just wait until I do my I want list, right? I think they have a really good shot of being in it. Kotal Khan is probably gonna be in it, but I think he would most likely just be in the maybes. Oh, I don't know what just happened. He absorbed Jackie. Tremor, nope. And Triborg, I don't think is canon, so nope. All right. Here we go. And then from 11, I think Cetrion's probably going to make a cameo, but I don't think she's going to be playable. Geras has a good shot. Chronica, I think we're done with her. Collector, I think we're done with her. Done with him. Okay, so of all the characters, this is what I have, right? Definitely is gonna be in it are these characters. I think my controversial one is probably gonna be the Quan Chi, but that's what I believe. Maybes are these guys. I really hope that they put Takeda back. We'll talk about that in a second. Probably not are these guys. And then No Way Jose's are these guys. All right, so those are my predictions. Let's talk about my wants, my needs, okay? All right, so my wish list, though. My wish list is going to be different than my predictions. Number one, y'all already heard me say it, but I want this fucker. I want him. Not just in this game, but also sexually. But yes, Takeda is my number one request. They took him out. They took my boy out from X or from 11. Bring him back. Bring him back. I want him back. I want Kenshi back as well. He's another one of my faves. Please. Father and son. Ermac is another one of my wants. I want Ermac back. And I do want Quan Chi back. Give me Quan Chi back. Okay, story-wise, I know that they're probably done with Kotal, but I do want Kotal back. Kotal was sick, okay? Kotal's design is cool. His story is cool. I want Kotal back. I also want this guy. I forgot his name, but I want him. Because his armor is cool. I also want Havoc and Onaga. I think Onaga would be an excellent addition. Maybe like not fucking wombo combo huge, but like so cool. I'm not crazy about Smoke. I know a lot of people really love Smoke. I'm not crazy about him. Sindel was one of my mains in 9, so of course I want Sindel. I love Noob. I do. I'm kind of done with him. I'm kind of over it. I want Asha. I think Asha would be cool. I think Asha would be cool. I think this guy would also be really cool. Darius. In the No Way Jose category, Shao Kahn was my main in 11, along with Shang Tsung, but I don't think he's gonna be in it, and I kind of don't want him to be in it. Do I want any of these guys? God. Hold on. I'm skipping ahead here a little bit, but Never Show Me This Again. Collector. My least favorite announcement that they've made is Collector. I think this lady would be really cool. I think Natara, she would be super cool to bring back in. I don't think so, but I think it should be cool. Part of me wants to put Korra in here just for the kicks, because I think that they're gonna make his model look like Leon Kennedy. I won't do that. All right, so those are like my I wants, right? This is my wish list. Give me these characters and I'll be very, very happy. Very, very happy. Shang Tsung would have also lived on that list, but he's already confirmed, so we don't need to do that. As for the characters that I don't want to see back, like never show me them again, like ever. So yeah, Monster's not coming back. Shockack. Monsters, we're done with Monster. The chapter is closed with him. You know, the book is on the shelf. Rip Monster. Let's see. Cetrion. Cetrion's another one. I was not keen on Cetrion. I think it was a really cool idea, but close but no cigar. I don't know where Fujin is. I thought I added Fujin in this. I think Fujin has a really good shot of coming back, though. Because I think he also has the chance to become a depowerized version of himself. Honestly, I think ooh, I forgot about this guy. Let's see. I know I could probably add Meat and Mocap in there as well, but I never played that game, so I don't know. Okay, I think that'll do it for my lists. So I want these characters, right? Kenshi, Takeda, Ermac, Quan Chi, Kotal Khan, this guy, Havoc, Onaga, Sindel, Ashra, Darius, and Natara. And then never show me this again, Cetrion, and Collector. They're just kind of boring. I'd be interested to see if they could bring back Ferrator. I would be. I think it'd be cool, but I don't have high hopes. So, those are my lists. As for guest characters, I was thinking about like who they could be, right? So, some of the requested ones a lot were Ash Williams. I think Ash would be really cool. I also saw some people like make speculations on Pennywise. So these guys. I think that'd be interesting. I also think that there's a huge shift right now market-wise towards anime, so I think that'd be interesting if they somehow incorporated something like that. Do I doubt it? Yes, I do doubt it, but I think it'd be cool, right? So something gory. So probably like if they were to do any kind of collab, it'd probably be with like Attack on Titan or some shit like that. I don't think we're gonna see Bakugo Katsuki in this and then him getting like torn in half. I don't think so. But so there's that. I also think that, oh god, I just had it in my brain. Where did it go? Oh god. Where did it go? Since they shifted towards action movies, I think we have a good shot at seeing, like, I think it's a long shot, but I think it'll be like, it'll break the internet. Fuckers like John Wick or, god, what's his name? Fucking, what's that movie with Liam Neeson? Taken? Like, it would not be for the character, it would be for the actor, right? It'd be fucking wild. I think it'd be a bad idea. But since they're shifting towards action movies, it'd be wild if they put these two in. Horror characters that I could see coming in. God, highly doubt it. But who else, right? Who else is are some well-known horror characters? They're not gonna put a fucking Jigsaw in this. They're not. Maybe Chucky. Chucky would be interesting, but the mechanics on that one I think would be too hard. It's the same. It would be the same argument that I would make about Motaro. So those are a couple. Ooh. I'm biased. Uber biased, like a really biased. I'm super biased because I'm like a slut for this man, but hey. If Dead by Daylight can do it, why can't they, right? Why can't they? Put my boy Leon Kennedy in more. Please. I think out of all the protagonists, I think he has the better shot. I think he has more name recognition. I also think maybe one of his like enemies could be in there. That one lady, she was really popular for a while. Like a Resident Evil character would be cool to have. Have they ever had a female guest character? I don't think so. So that would be cool. There's also, there's precedents for having game characters as guest characters, right? Kratos is a game character. Hell, they could bring him back too. That'd be cool, right? With his new fighting style and just his new look. Like this version of Kratos, that'd be cool. Like referencing back to old DLC. Hell, I'd be down for that. Bring him back. Let's see, who else? God. Where's my... Oh no, the background's red. Just because I love him. Let's see. Who could they add? Oh gosh. I'm trying to think of like popular movies or popular games or TV shows that just came out. Maybe especially from Warner Brothers. They fucking put Harry Potter in this. What's his name? Newt Scamander, whatever. I was never really into Harry Potter. Yeah, I think this is like here are my guesses for guest characters. These guys. I think they're gonna pivot towards action movies. I think they've run the course. Ooh. Could they do someone from American Horror Story? Probably not. Nick Cage? I guess it depends on where. Like, I think this would be cool. This version of Nick Cage, the Ghost Rider. But I don't think... Ghost Rider's Marvel, right? I'm not mistaken about that? Yeah, Marvel. Ghost Rider's a Marvel character. I don't think Disney is gonna willingly hand anyone over to Warner Brothers and to Mortal Kombat especially. DC they would. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Yes, that's who I was thinking about. Omni-Man. So I think there's a good shot for, not a good shot, but like Omni-Man would be cool. I think that God, what's his name? This guy, Homelander would be cool. He'd be a really neat addition. I also think this is probably controversial. Probably no one's gonna agree with me here because, and honestly, like there's a good argument that he would not be the character that they add. Because he's like, famous. But Injustice Superman, that'd be an interesting addition, kind of going along with the tradition of adding Joker and crossing over Injustice and such. Also, wouldn't be surprised if they added Harley Quinn in this. They added her costume for God, what's that series? Oh, for Mortal Kombat 11, for Cassie Cage. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they put her in, just like they put in Joker. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think that's a pretty solid like predictions list for guest characters. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, look at that. Right on the dot. Right on the dot. So just one more time. Here are guest character predictions. Here is who is confirmed. Here's my predictions for definitely gonna be in it. Here's my predictions for maybe gonna be in it. Here's my predictions for probably not. And here's my predictions for no way, Jose. Here is my this is my wish list. And these are the characters I wish for NetherRealm to never show me again. All right, cool, everybody. Look at that. Da, 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 da. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today.